Hi there everybody, Photaku here, and what I want to go into today is acting. No, we're not necessarily going into acting in the sense of what false cliche, especially within horror movies, but what I want to go after is what is fascinating about these horror movies. We have a lot of breakout roles from characters and actors in the sense that we have Jamie Lee Curtis with Halloween, we've got Kevin Bacon with Friday the 13th, we've got Drew Barrymore with Scream, we've got John Travolta with Carrie. Actually, side note, that was technically his theatrical debut. He had some fame before that. But either way, the point is, we had a lot of star power that at the time you didn't know where exactly it was going to go at the start of these horror movies. But what if we took these horror movies that already had established actors to join in on the... Well, today we're going to see how that goes completely right and terribly wrong. In today's episode of All Things Film, we cover Cursed and After Period Death. Alright, so what we want to start off with, I think, is a bit more from a positive note than what we had with the last week. What we have to start off with is Cursed, a movie directed by Wes Craven, and oh my gosh, was this movie quite deceiving with its advertising. I remember seeing this back in the early 2000s and I felt like, wow, what is this about? It's just got cursed, it's got these people on the walls, it's got what looks like monsters and everything. And surely enough, I was treated and spoiled at the same time upon watching the movie to have Bowling for Soup cover Little Red Riding Hood. It's a werewolf movie. Which, I mean, kudos for Wes Craven at least not trying to drag on the mystery, but here we go. Essentially what we have here is Christina Ricci. As we all know, she had quite the breakthrough character with Wednesday from the Addams Family. That was pretty awesome. I found her pretty cute and at the same time very morbid. But here we have at least busting out this character again in what is a movie about lichens / werewolves. And what we have is, well, a decent flick. We essentially have a werewolf who encounters Christina Ricci and her brother, played by Jesse Eisenberg. Yes, Jesse Eisenberg is in it. Holy cow, yeah. Even going back to look at it, I just feel like, wow, he even had that geeky character down since way back. And what we have is one character who essentially follows the trope of, wow, these powers are affecting me in such a crazy way that I almost want to go off of animal instincts. And a different character who is just kind of taking back more so a callback to that werewolf in high school type of film. And I'm fascinating on how it's kind of portrayed because, I mean, those were 80s tropes back even in the day that Wes Craven had the liberty of enjoying when he had his Elm Street movies. So I think it's pretty cool. With Christina Ricci, everything's a bit more serious, morbid, and off. And whereas with Jesse Eisenberg, we have a bit more of humor to it, almost to the point where these powers have affected him in such a positive way. Now, to stray back to our point, or not to stray too far off from our point, we have Christina Ricci, who does quite a great job. Jesse Eisenberg throws out quite a believable performance for somebody who's caught in the middle of a situation that is so abnormal. And you can tell that everybody's just having fun with it, between Jesse Eisenberg characters dealing with the bullies and then also dealing with Christina Ricci and her fighting off everybody within the broadcasting company that she works with. It is a fun movie, and you can tell that Wes Craven was definitely thrilled with the prospect of it. I remember even watching on the behind-the-scenes flicks for him that Wes Craven even purposely put him in there to make a small joke within the workings of the film. And this is where you can see at least the direction took heart in understanding that its characters are there to add on to the project rather than just be fodder for the monster. And there's a great twist in this one too, especially when we have to deal with the fact of just how many people are essentially werewolves. Where does the link come from? Is there a cure to it? Well, even in between there, it still manages to pull off its shock scares, just very eerie atmosphere, and I recommend it. It's great, it's cool. One movie I do not recommend, unfortunately, is After Period Life, another movie with Christina Ricci in it, but also with some other great talent at this point. We have Justin Long, we have Liam Neeson. How could this go wrong? I'll tell you how. a very, very unsettling plot that almost is borderline necrophilia. Yeah, I'm saying right now, I really don't recommend it, even for the sideshow of being like, hey, this is a movie you should just watch for its train wreck. I'm just saying right now, if you do want to check it out, you at least knew from me that I didn't completely recommend it. Our plot here focuses on Christina Ricci's character essentially being in a very toxic relationship with Justin Long. Yeah, that guy's a real sweetheart. Go watch him also again in Drag Me to Hell. That's pretty rough. Great movie that I do recommend. But this one, straying back, Christina Ricci unfortunately dies in a car accident that lands her straight up in the morgue with Liam Neeson preparing her body for her funeral. And as Christina Ricci's character is coming back into a conscious state from what should have been frozen animation or so, she essentially is saying that she is not dead, yet faces a Liam Neeson that says she is. And here we have interesting workings, as Justin Long plays a concerned boyfriend who wants to uncover the mystery behind what exactly happened to his girlfriend, if she is completely dead, or if this is the case, or if Liam Neeson's character is completely batshit crazy. It had great potential, it has a fascinating plot, and it has excellent talent. But unfortunately, this is just one of those cases where it completely falls short. And I more so just watched it just because the star power behind it. I mean, it is pretty rough whenever you have an issue where we have whitewashing that might occur because, quite frankly, you want a bankable actor. But if you want anything to throw onto the argument that that's never gonna be the case and you should just follow through with actors for their talent or to get even new talent out there, then this is a great thing to use for that example. It had great actors that were in it. And yet, all I'm left with is both a very disturbed image, both with Liam Neeson just playing such a creepy character, especially after watching movies like Taken and Unknown, and even going back to even watching equally terrible movies like Love Actually. It's just very out there for his character. And Christina Ricci, though not being anything different to the horror franchise, you just kind of feel when watching this movie, how much was she paid to do the role? In fact, I'm very interested to see the budget for this film when I never saw a theatrical release for it or trailer and just found it at my local Blockbuster, back when Blockbuster was a thing. Okay, so I guess coming off of the plot right here, at least overall, is you never really know what you're gonna get when it comes to horror movies, and you never really know what is going to spark some great talent from them, as equally as you don't know the type of talent that went into them to begin with. And so right here with Wasn's videos and everything that we do, especially with work with other companies or so, we do find it interesting that a company at least has fun with its cast, at least in doing something that's very interesting and or original, especially even for a seasoned veteran like the late Wes Craven when he made the film Cursed. Just a lot of fun, but equally in its same sense, don't buy into overhype. I'm here saying a movie with Justin Long, Christina Ricci, and Liam Neeson is bad. Unapologetically bad. So yeah, I recommend Cursed. I don't recommend After.life. If you want to tickle your curiosity, go for it. But yeah, I just felt like throwing something a little bit more obscure and at the same time something that was a bit popular for its time with this review. And thank you guys for watching. Greatly do appreciate it. If you have any idea for anything you would like for me to review, be sure to comment in the section below, like, share, and subscribe to Wasness videos and all things film. And if you want to support us in doing more great things, look up our Patreon. Actually, click on any links that we have right now with Amazon. It's been really great having those sponsorships, and we appreciate for anybody that's taken up on the free trials. We hope that we're making a great service to you as well as onto for our productions. So we'll catch you next time, and we hope that you have a good one.